Never compare your life with others. They may seem better than you, but they have some problems which are never ever heard by you. We were born at a given moment, in a given place, and like vintage years of wine, we have the qualities of the year and of the season in which we are born. Don't tell anyone what you think or what you know. Keep your secrets to yourself, because a friend of today could be an enemy by tomorrow. Embrace judgment. No matter your outcome, you'll always be judged. So don't live to impress others. Live to impress yourself. It always seems impossible until it's done. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Difficulty shows what men are. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. Every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, then that life was wasted. Man can endure the hardest trials if he sees meaning in them. The whole difficulty lies in creating that meaning. In each of us, there is another whom we do not know. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. If something bothers you, change it. If it is beyond your control, learn to live with it. Accept it. Change yourself. That is the only thing you can influence. You spend your first 20 years worrying about what people think about you. You spend your next 20 years swearing that you don't care what people think about you. You spend the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. Death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back. Worry is the ultimate bully. It takes everything and gives nothing. Wasting time and regretting, cribbing and crying won't fetch you results. You are right about all the things you think you need to do. Don't wait. Get started. To have what you never had, you have to do what you never did. Chasing the opposite sex and having temporary relationships, which means nothing but sex, is pointless. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. No man was ever wise by chance. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. The willing are led by fate, the reluctant dragged. What we do now echoes in eternity. There is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. People only want to hear the good, not the bad. So, if you have issues, it'll be hard to find people to confide in. There are times when you see someone for the last time and don't even realize it. Watch out. You'll never know the true value of the moment until it becomes a memory. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. While we wait for life, life passes. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Nothing is complicated, not as much as you assume. It's just your mind playing tricks with you. If you get down to it, it's all really simple and clear. Time is your most valuable resource. There are no refunds or second chances for the time you waste. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. The meaning of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Most people consider themselves very knowledgeable in psychology for one simple reason. Psychology for them comes down to what they know about themselves. As any change must begin somewhere, it is the single individual who will undergo it and carry it through. The change must begin with one individual. It might be any one of us. Nobody can afford to look around and to wait for somebody else to do what he is loath to do himself. Learn to let go, even if you are right. Life is a boxing game. Defeat is not declared when you fall down. It is declared when you refuse to get up. When talking to people, look them in the eye and on the face. This will make you more confident in front of others. If you're not happy with yourself, you'll never be happy in a relationship. Being lonely and being alone are different things. Don't let people know too much about you. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. Circumstances don't make the man. They only reveal him to himself. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. It can ruin your life only if it ruins your character. Otherwise, it cannot harm you, inside or out. To wish to be well is a part of becoming well. Receive without conceit. Release without struggle. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. No one cares except you. Do what lifts you up in your eyes. What people say does not matter. Regretting won't change your past, and it will end up your future if you continue to do that. You don't have to be great to start, but to become great, you just have to start. Don't be emotionally attached to anyone. People change. Even your best friends may probably turn into strangers one day. Some people just won't admit they're wrong. Don't waste time trying to get them to accept it. You are not unique. There will always be someone else equally attractive, fun, and qualified to replace you. Attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do. Hold to your true aspirations, no matter what is going on around you. No man is free who is not a master of himself. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. It is not where you start, but how high you aim that matters for success. Lead from the back, and let others believe they are in front. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Man is not worried by real problems, so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Respect the past. Be open to the future. Stay calm and serene, regardless of what life throws at you. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always right to do right. If a man thinks badly of you, then he is worse than you. Those who are better than you just don't care about you.